Australia, the island continent. A place of stunning beauty and brutal extremes. It's big, really big. Imagine a country the size of the United States, but with a population smaller than Texas. That's Australia. And here's the kicker, 95% of it is practically empty. Why is so much of this vast land seemingly unloved? Why do people cluster around the edges, clinging to the coast like barnacles on a ship's hull? The answer, as we'll discover, is a complex tapestry of geography, climate and history. Australia's size isn't just impressive, it's a defining characteristic that dictates life down under. Imagine driving for days, weeks even, across a landscape that barely changes. That's the reality of the outback, a place where distances are measured in thousands of miles. This tyranny of distance, as it's called, has had a profound impact on Australia's development. Transporting goods and people across such vast distances is a logistical nightmare, making trade difficult and isolating communities. It's a land that demands respect, punishing the unprepared with its unforgiving scale. Then there's the heat. The merciless, relentless heat of the Australian sun. Much of the country lies within a desert belt where temperatures can soar to unbearable levels. Imagine stepping out of your car into an oven set to broil. Water is scarce and the land is parched. Rivers run dry, leaving behind only the ghosts of their former presence. It's a harsh environment, one that tests the limits of human endurance. Is it any wonder, then, that so much of Australia remains sparsely populated? The story of human presence in Australia is an ancient one, stretching back over 65,000 years. This vast timeline is etched into the very fabric of the land, from the ancient rock art that adorns the caves and cliffs to the sacred sites that have been revered for generations. These early inhabitants, the Aboriginal Australians, have a rich cultural heritage that is deeply intertwined with the natural world around them. Aboriginal Australians, the first inhabitants of this land, adapted to its challenges, living in harmony with the environment for millennia. Their knowledge of the land, passed down through countless generations, enabled them to thrive in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. They developed sophisticated methods of hunting, gathering, and land management that ensured the sustainability of their resources. European colonization, however, brought new challenges. The arrival of settlers in the late 18th century marked the beginning of a dramatic transformation of the Australian landscape. The newcomers, unfamiliar with the delicate balance of the local ecosystems, imposed their own agricultural practices and land use strategies, often with devastating consequences. The land was deemed suitable for agriculture, leading to widespread clearing of native vegetation. Forests and bushland were cut down to make way for crops and pastures, disrupting the habitats of countless species and altering the natural landscape in ways that are still felt today. This large-scale deforestation had a profound impact on the environment, contributing to soil erosion, loss of biodiversity, and changes in the local climate. The introduction of livestock, particularly sheep, further impacted the fragile ecosystem. Grazing animals trampled the native vegetation, compacting the soil and making it more susceptible to erosion. The hard hooves of sheep and cattle damaged the delicate root systems of plants, leading to further degradation of the land. Overgrazing became a significant problem as the land struggled to recover from the constant pressure of livestock. The scars of this history are still visible today, a reminder of the delicate balance between human ambition and environmental sustainability. The Australian landscape bears the marks of both ancient and modern histories, each layer telling a story of adaptation, survival, and change. As we look to the future, it is crucial to learn from the past, to understand the impact of our actions, and to strive for a more sustainable relationship with the land that sustains us. Throughout the 20th century, successive Australian governments attempted to tame the outback, to make it bloom. Ambitious irrigation schemes were launched, diverting water from rivers in the hope of creating fertile farmland. These attempts, while well-intentioned, often had unintended consequences. Salinity became a major issue, as irrigation brought salt to the surface, rendering the land infertile. The dream of a green outback, it seemed, was just that, a dream. Section 6. Islands in a Sea of Red. Despite the challenges, people do live and work in the Australian outback. They are a hardy bunch, these outback pioneers, connected to the outside world by tenuous threads of road and communication. Their lives are a testament to human resilience, a reminder that even in the most desolate of places, communities can thrive. They are, in many ways, islands in a sea of red, clinging to the edges of existence, their stories woven into the fabric of this ancient land. Section 7. The allure of the coast. Given the challenges of the interior, it's no surprise that most Australians hug the coast. Here the climate is more temperate, the land more hospitable. Cities like Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane offer a cosmopolitan lifestyle, a world away from the harsh realities of the outback. The coast is Australia's playground, a place of stunning beaches, vibrant coral reefs and lush rainforests. It's no wonder that for many Australians the outback remains a distant, almost mythical place. Section 8. The empty heart of a vibrant nation. So is Australia's emptiness a sign of failure, a vast expanse of wasted potential, or is it something else entirely? This land, stretching endlessly under the vast sky, holds secrets and stories untold. It is a canvas of raw, untamed beauty, a testament to nature's grandeur and resilience. The rugged terrain, with its ancient rocks and sparse vegetation, speaks of a time long before human footprints marked the earth. It is a place where the past and present coexist, where the land itself is a living, breathing entity. Perhaps it's a reminder that not all land is meant to be conquered, that some places are best left to their own devices. The untouched natural landscape stands as a sanctuary for the wild, a refuge for the flora and fauna that have adapted to its harsh conditions. The Australian outback, for all its harshness, possesses a stark beauty, a sense of timelessness that is both humbling and awe-inspiring. The sunrises and sunsets paint the sky with hues of orange and pink, casting a magical glow over the rugged terrain. The changing shadows over the desert terrain tell a story of endurance and survival. The vast open plains under a clear sky offer a sense of freedom and solitude that is rare in our crowded world. It is a place where the soul can breathe, where one can find solace in the simplicity of nature. The solitary figure standing alone in the vast desert is a testament to the profound connection one can feel with the earth. Here, the silence is broken only by the whisper of the wind, a gentle reminder of the delicate balance that sustains this ecosystem. The gentle breeze moving through the desert grass carries with it the stories of the land, a quiet symphony of nature's resilience and beauty.